Hello fellow fanatics, DJ Bricks here, back for another review. And before we get started, as always, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and ring that bell so you are notified of whenever I upload new content. Lego Brickheadz is one of those themes on Tuesdays where I upload original content on original Lego themes, and I tend to rotate them. So today we're going to take a look at the newest release in the Brickheadz line, specifically with the pet sub-theme. It's the only one released for the summer for some reason here. It is set number 40479. It is the Dalmatians. It is recommended for ages 8 and up. It features 252 pieces, and it retails here in America for $15. And it is numbers 131 and 132 within the standard Brickheadz line. Again, it is part of that new sub-theme of pets. It's actually our second breed of dog within the line, the first being the German Shepherd, which I previously took a look at. Though from building it, and I'll get into this in a moment, it borrows more than a few similarities to that German Shepherd one. But let's start by taking a closer look at it to see how it stacks up. So looking at the build in its entirety, you do get a standard 2-pack for the pets line. You do get a full-grown Dalmatian as a brickhead, as well as a puppy version. And then what is standard with the new pets line is they all come on these nice little pet bed little display stands incorporated into their build for display options. So we're going to start by taking a look at the adult and then the puppy, and then finish out with the display pet bed. So starting out with the fully grown Dalmatian. Pretty standard in construction for Brickheadz, especially with this new pets line. I will say, if you have the German Shepherd one and you built that, pretty much mostly this is an exact same base build, just changed up a little bit for the Dalmatian here. You still get the same hind legs that are posable and hinged. If you want to splay out the legs a little bit, you actually do get a nice amount of printed pieces here for the spots on the Dalmatian. You get a few of the double slope pieces printed with that design. That's on a few different places on the build. You get a couple 2x2s printed with large spots and a small spot there, and then you just get a whole bunch of 1x1s, pretty much just randomly placed all over the build, but it does work pretty nicely, except for the back here. I do not like the back stud here. I wish that was tiled over, and we got some more splotches that really kind of looks bad in my opinion. You do have a nice ring of red around the neckline here for the collar, and you do have nice little approximation of a collar with a nice star shape here, and it is posable if you want to, and it is fairly nice. Head design is fairly similar to previous Brickheadz, especially that German Shepherd one. They just changed the snout of a little bit on how that's done, but you get the same eyes. Ears are shaped a little bit differently just due to the different breed of dog here. You do have the tail back here, which is fairly posable. You can put it around a little bit. It does pop off easy. as you can see, but you can fold it up and down if you want to pose it like that. I kind of wish the ears were posed like that, but they are static. So build wise, again, same as the German Shepherd, it just changed up a little bit for the Dalmatian here. And for the puppy here, take everything I just said about the adult grown-up one and apply it to this one as well. It's just built similarly to that German Shepherd puppy one, but changed up a bit. I didn't mention this right away on the adult one, but you do have different colored tiles behind the eyes just to get that nice little splotch of what you typically see on a Dalmatian. And you do get a couple of those 1x1 tiles splattered throughout this build as well, but it's fairly basic. Again, just same as the puppy German Shepherd one, just change it up a little bit for the Dalmatians. So taking a look at the display stand, that has a pet bed incorporated into it for this new pets line. It is built exactly the same as the previous ones I took a look at. You do have this nice round shaping here. It is cut out in the back to approximate possibly a real pet bed where they do have that little dip so the pet can get into there. But interior wise, you do have the two display stands, one for the adult, one for the puppy, kind of just built into here. And spinning this around to the front, you do have this nice curved little decoration here. That is a sticker, and it is removable because you can part swap it. I think that is a nice little feature of these pet series. You can choose whichever one you want to have on the front of the pet bed to customize it a little bit. I think that is really nice. This is the one that it's shown on all the product images, but taking off is supposed to be super easy. You just pull it off, and then you can just put the other one on. Super easy. That grade tab is just there so you can pull it off a little bit easier. Otherwise, it kind of looks obtrusive, I know, but it's just there for functionality. But that does it for the pet bed. Putting these back on here is pretty simple and easy. The adult one just fits on there super well, and then the puppy just sits on there well. And like I said, the back here is just if you want to give clearance for the tail if you want to, but that does it for looking at the main build. Let's move on to extra pieces, the box, the instructions, and I'll meet you back up for my final thoughts. So looking at the extra pieces for this set, nothing really stand out except for you do, as always, get an extra of the Brickheadz eye printed 1x1 tile, and you do get an extra one of the tiles that is printed with Dalmatian spot, so that is pretty nice. Otherwise, a pretty standard selection of extra pieces with the studs and slopes and plates. You do also get an extra one of the star pieces in gold there, but that does it for the extra pieces. So looking at the instructions, fairly basic. Again, your front cover has the box art minus all the info, except for the set number. Opening it up, you just got the thing showing how to properly build the set by separating the pieces. Not really essential, but it is recommended. And then the build here takes 68 pages of building, and then you just have the parts inventory taking up the back 3 pages, And then you just have the win on the back with a generic minifigure sporting it. Yeah, interestingly, no advertisements for or cross-sell for the other in the pets line here. Very interesting. So looking at the box here, it's a pretty standard size for a Brickheadz 2-pack. You got the nice Brickheadz logo at the top, set specs on the side, a nice product shot of the set minus the display bases. You got that pets logo in the corner there, as well as the standard border at the bottom with the numbers and the names of the Brickheadz included. I will say that this is on a nice lavender box. It actually makes it stand out really nicely. Top of the box here just has the numbers again. Actual size reference is supported by one of the printed bricks that has the spots on it. Side of the box just has that little blurb about you being able to detach it from the stand, as well as a different language for the pets line there. And then on the back of the box, you just have a full product shot of the actual set. Interestingly, no cross-sell here for the other in the pets line really so far, so that is surprising. Again, I brought that up in the instructions, but that is surprising. But that does it for the box. So going over my final thoughts for the set, build-wise, it is very samey to the German Shepherd one, though that is unavoidable just due to them both being breeds of dogs. But I feel like if you're going to do more breeds, they should be not that similar, and they shouldn't be released within months of each other, or at least have them in different positions. So I wasn't a huge fan of that, but the build did go together very nice. It's not that it's a bad set, it's just really samey. If you've already gotten that German Shepherd one. Character-wise, though, for the representation, absolutely looks like a Dalmatian. They absolutely nailed that part. Quality-wise, I'd have to call out the absence of a cross-sell for the rest of the line. I don't know why this is the only one that doesn't have it. I'd figure that they would want to advertise the rest of the pets line, considering how brand new it is. So it does get a few points. Going over price, $15 for this, pretty standard for this type of Brickheadz, where it's just a Brickheadz and pretty much a half of one. You do get a little bit of bump in part count just due to the advanced display of the display stand being a pet bed, so there may be a little bit off with the price for a piece, though with Brickheadz it typically is anyway. So well worth that $15, especially if you do enjoy this new pets subline and want to collect them all. So very worth it for that. So all in all, this set is going to get an 8.5 out of 10 for me. A few issues, like I said, but definitely worth a pickup. And let me know what you guys think of the set in the comments below. I always look forward to your feedback and your overall thoughts on the set, and always look forward to having a discussion with you. But that does it for this video. Until next time, keep building.